For centuries, Christianity stood as a pillar of unity throughout Europe. But from within this monolithic faith, a rift would emerge, a crack that would forever change the course of history. Today we delve into the origins of the Great Schism, a division that fragmented Christianity and whose echoes still reverberate through time. Between East and West, the year 1054 marks a turning point. But this wasn't a sudden event. Tensions had been simmering for centuries. Let's journey back and uncover the seeds of this momentous split. At the heart of this story lie two powerful cities: Rome, the seat of the Western Church, led by the Pope, and Constantinople, the glorious capital of the Byzantine Empire, where the Patriarch held sway over the Eastern Church. These cities weren't simply religious hubs, they were the beating hearts of empires, each with its own distinct culture and worldview. The Latin West, rooted in the legacy of ancient Rome, embraced a spirit of legalism and centralized authority. In contrast, the Greek-speaking East prized tradition, mysticism, and valued a more collective style of leadership. Now imagine two powerful figures at the helm of these churches: the Pope, claiming supreme authority over all Christians, and the Patriarch, fiercely guarding the autonomy of the East. This wasn't just about theology. This was a power struggle that mirrored the rivalry between empires. Centuries of subtle differences in rituals, in interpretations of doctrine, began to crystallize. Arguments raged over things like the type of bread used for communion, the wording of a creed, even the language of worship itself. Seemingly minor details, but loaded with symbolic weight. Amidst this tension, events would unfold that pushed these simmering differences into open conflict. Yet, the Great Schism wasn't inevitable. It was fueled by ambition, misunderstanding, and a whole lot of politics. The seeds of the Great Schism were sown long before that fateful year of 1054. Like a slow earthquake, underlying tensions and unresolved differences steadily cracked the foundation of Christian unity. This seemingly small addition of filioque to the Nicene Creed ignited a firestorm. It wasn't simply a matter of wording, but a profound divergence in how each side understood the very nature of God. To the East, the West's unilateral change suggested a power grab disguised as theology. The East championed a model of shared church leadership among the five ancient patriarchates. This clashed head-on with Rome's insistence on papal primacy, the Pope as the sole supreme leader. Where the West saw order and unity, the East viewed papal claims as an arrogant dismissal of their traditions and authority. The Byzantine Empire's periods of iconoclasm, the banning of religious icons, further widened the cultural divide. While the West cherished its statues and images, the East saw echoes of pagan idolatry. These contrasting approaches revealed a fundamentally different understanding of the relationship between the physical and the divine. Empires don't exist in a vacuum, and so their rivalry seeped into religious realms. As the Papacy's alliances shifted towards rising powers like the Franks, the chasm with the Byzantine Emperor deepened. Geopolitical competition found theological justification, turning religious difference into a political weapon. While not a direct cause, this earlier rift over papal intervention in the East set a precedent. Tensions flared when Pope Nicholas I clashed with Patriarch Photius over the question of jurisdiction. Though temporary, it left a lingering sense of mistrust and foreshadowed the growing divide. This event fueled Eastern resentment. Pope Leo III crowned Charlemagne, a Frankish king, as Holy Roman Emperor. To the Byzantines, this was a usurpation of their emperor's rightful title, an affront highlighting the Pope's growing political alignment with the West, a true point of no return. The Fourth Crusade, meant to recapture Jerusalem, was diverted by ambition and greed, turning savagely on Constantinople. This horrific act seared into Eastern memory as a brutal example of Western betrayal, shattering any remaining hope for reconciliation. The excommunications of 1054 weren't the start, but the culmination of centuries of this complex dance of religion, politics, and cultural misunderstanding. Ambition, pride, and genuine theological conviction were twisted together, making a clean break tragically inevitable. The Great Schism wasn't simply an event in the distant past. To this day, its consequences ripple outward. Today, the Catholic and Eastern Orthodox churches remain separated, though efforts at dialogue and reconciliation have gained momentum. This split didn't just divide Christians, it helped shape the very course of Western and Eastern civilizations. It raises questions that still resonate today. Can unity exist amidst diversity? How much difference in belief or practice is acceptable before unity becomes impossible? What is the line between legitimate authority and a damaging power grab? Are hierarchical structures essential, or do they breed resentment and division? Is religious doctrine set in stone, or can it subtly shift and evolve with time and culture? How intertwined are politics and faith? Can they ever truly be separated? The Great Schism, with all its pain and complexity, doesn't offer easy answers. But perhaps through understanding its roots, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the ongoing challenges of unity and the destructive power of unchecked ambition. If this story has intrigued you, consider exploring further. Seek out the voices of the Eastern Orthodox tradition, learn about the efforts at dialogue between the two churches, and consider the echoes of this ancient division in the world around us. And of course, if you enjoyed this journey through history, like and subscribe for more.